Hey everybody, we're back for Game 3 of the Scrim series between Team Cheesecake and Sjolopimperne. I know in the first two games I repeatedly call it a two-game series because I forgot there was a third game, and there is a third game. So we are now covering the third game. Well, I am, I guess, because it's just me, nobody else. I'm all by my lonesome, as is usual, because apparently nobody loves me. But maybe you do. If you're watching this, maybe you do. And that's enough. Really? You know what? That is enough. It's enough for me. I don't need... It's a little creepy, isn't it? Anyway, lead side has banned out Drunken Master and Solstice going on, as apparently feeling like they don't want to deal with that jungle hero, and not played last game, played in the first game, so I guess whatever. TCC for some reason banning him out. Not really quite sure. I mean he's a solid hero, but I'm not really sure he's first ban worthy at all. Anyway, Hellborn side going to take out Kronos and Puppet Master, and those are much more typical bans we see, as both of those heroes are considered extremely strong and for a good reason. Legion side going to start off their draft with Rhapsody and then immediately pick Kraken after the Hellborn side take a while and eventually select the Berserker. So Breaky's favorite hero will be making an appearance in this scrim, and we'll see how he does. Obviously, Berserker, one of those heroes, if you don't shut him down early, he will wreck your face. And even if you do shut him down early, apparently sometimes he will come back and wreck your face. The Clank soft pick, I suspect, won't actually go through because they have the Berserker, and you usually want to do a lot to protect that hero and make sure he gets off to a good start so that he can become the, destruction, the avatar of destruction that he is. But Legion side gonna finish off their first two picks with Kraken. Solid hero, of course, has some good versatility, can be played in the dual role. Dual mid or dual bot even, as well as the suicide option or just solo. So plenty of opportunities to do stuff with that Kraken, and of course Rhapsody first pick. I'm never going to argue against that hero. It's very, very strong. I think it's the best support in the game, and I think there are very few people who would disagree with me on that. So I'll bring you a Swiftblade as well, and I'm suspecting we'll see a suicide Swiftblade here, as that's been the theme. Could certainly see a man-up dual lane or even an aggressive tri-lane if they want to either put Swiftblade in the solo short or leave Berserker unprotected in the short lane. I don't think that's going to happen, but definitely not out of the question. I would expect Sjol to continue running a jungler and stick Berserker up top with Babysitter with a solo mid and the Suicide Swifty. Sir Benson also being soft picked there, so that could definitely be played either as a Suicide or an Initiator if they choose to go for it, but I'm not sure exactly how much he would complement this lineup, and I think perhaps this is a game to pass up that hero. Master of Arms going to be the second or third selection here for the Legion side, so they're probably going to be looking to ban out a bunch of supports in the second banning phase, as Hellborn haven't picked one up yet, and I suspect won't be picking one up here. Not that they need to really either. There are plenty of options. No, Empath will be the one, so we'll see what the Legion side choose to do, but I wouldn't be surprised to see some support bans here, or some jungle bans, or both, or Bubbles. I guess that's an opportunity as well. Apparently Legion side not feeling like they want to deal with Bubbles, and that's not surprising. Bubbles obviously a solo hero, Kraken usually a solo hero, so that would require them essentially to tri-lane. And, I mean, they could dual lane the Kraken, no doubt, but I do think he's much better in that solo role. And so Bubbles not really fitting in the lineup so much, and I definitely agree with that. So I think at this point I'd like to see the Suicide Kraken, the mid Rhapsody paired with something else, and the Master of Arms the bottom lane. Ophelia going to be banned out by the Hellborn side, and then Parasite by the Legion, so both taking out junglers here, apparently neither side super interested in running a jungler. I think Hellborn perhaps thought Legion wasn't going to do that. And yeah, so now they won't ban any more junglers, because I do think they're looking to run a jungler here. Keeper of the Forest, Legionnaire, and Tempest are all on the board, so Legion will not be able to ban out all of the junglers, but they could certainly take out one more if they choose to do so. I really do expect Sjol to run a jungler. They did it in the first game, and they did it in the second game, so hey, if the pattern holds, then they will also be doing it here. Legion side, obviously, or not obviously, but almost certainly not going to be running a jungler here, as they do have the Master of Arms picked up. Could certainly be running as a support, but we see that fairly rarely, or no, sorry, it could be running as a farmer, but we see that fairly rarely, so I don't expect that to be the case, and taking a long time for this third ban here. It will be the Gauntlet, so trying to remove the mid-initiator type option. Wretched Hag, though, still on the board, and I think that fits this Hellborn side really, really well. It offers some magic damage, which they don't currently really have, and it gives them a solo mid, which allows Empath to go up top with Berserker. So I'd love to see the Hag pick here from the Hellborn. I think that complements their lineup really well. It also gives them some burst damage, which they don't have too much of. It gives them some team fight, which they don't have too much of at this point. Swiftblade obviously Swift Slash is helping out a little bit, and Berserker is a solid here in team fight. But I think that the Empath the Wretched Hag makes a lot of sense in this lineup, and could run him middle with the Suicide Swiftblade, Berserker Empath top, then pick a jungler. Likely Tempest, I think, is the best option. Add that pushing and team fight potential, and that rounds out what I would call an extremely nice lineup. So we'll see what they choose to run here, but Magbus will be the first pick out of the second banning stage for the lead side, as he will be paired very well in the middle lane with probably the Master of Arms, and likely going to see that Rhapsody head bottom. Witchslayer going to be the pick. Okay, that does give him the burst that Hag would have provided. Not so much on the team fight, but some CC that Hag doesn't grab. I'm a little skeptical of that just because we're probably going to be seeing... Oh, no, they're not going to run a jungler is what's going to happen here. So we might be seeing a man-up tri-lane here. And especially if they run the Suicide Kraken here, Berserker should have a pretty good time in that top lane by himself. And I think we're going to see the man-up tri-lane. Dark Lady will finish off their draft here. Meanwhile, I forgot to mention the Hellborn had banned out Madman, so removing a Suicide option, not really making the most sense to me considering they already had the Kraken, but oh well. I guess they'll figure, hey, let's get a red Madman. Madman is a powerful hero, and I think a bit of an underrated hero, so definitely one that you want to watch out for. I'm not sure if it fit their lineup, hey, but whatever. So Legion side probably looking at Kraken, Suicide, Dark Lady, and Rhapsody bottom, Magnus, and Master of Arms middle. The lanes are generally easy to predict. Warbeast will be their last pick up here, so that's going to be a jungle Warbeast. I don't really see any other way to run that. I don't like this Witchslayer pick. I really don't. I think Hag would have been so much better. She's a defensive enough here that she could have survived in that middle lane. She would have allowed you to run Empath, Berserker top, Swiftblade Suicide, and the Warbeast in the woods if you still wanted that. And instead,
let's get it on.
They're going to have to run the solo mid Witchslayer? Or Berserker Empath going to go middle. And then Suicide Swifty's going to be in a lot of trouble, I think. I don't like that Witchslayer pick. So, I don't know. I think TCC probably has a better draft this game. Magnus, Dark Lady, and Magnus, Dark Lady, and Magnus. Magnus, Dark Lady, and Kraken, all having AoE ultimates, and will be very valuable in team fights. They're good gank potential across the board. They can go late, and their lanes are pretty good. So TCC with a solid draft here. Hellborn, they do have a good lineup of heroes, but I think they're going to be a little bit sketchy here in the laning phase, because they don't have a really obvious way to deal with this unless they did something like they run a Suicide Warbeast mid the Berserker and tri-lane Swiftblade in the safe lane. Yeah, but it's going to be Suicide Swifty. I mean, that's what I expected. That's what they've been doing, so it's not particularly surprising that they would choose to run that. And almost no doubt we're going to see, yeah, Warbeast is getting items that look like jungle items here. 4 mana potions, a hatchet, and going to be looking to finish up that Ring of the Teacher as soon as he can. Meanwhile, Witchslayers, yeah, this is definitely a farming Witchlayer bid. Okay, so he's going solo top. That's better than him solo mid because he'd get wrecked. It's still not great. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to kill the Kraken, and if Kraken hits, once Kraken hits X really, Kraken will be able to wreck him. So, I mean, I guess that's better than him sitting middle and dying horribly, repeatedly. But this Empath Berserker lane is odd, especially middle, because Berserker is presumably your hard carry here, and Empath, I love the hero. I don't think she does all that well in middle. The angles for the walls aren't quite as good because there's so many ways to escape. It's much harder to box somebody up against a tree or against the side of a lane or something like that, because you can go through the river either direction, you can go up either hill, you can go out past the towers. It's we usually see walls that are an inconvenience over a trap. You know, in the top lane, if you angle it correctly, it's like you stand there and you can't move. Or you'll walk right back into the enemy heroes if you angle it properly. So like in this, if the hero is standing here and you angle it like that, then he stands here. So it's a Hellborn hero, right? So if he stands here and you angle it like this, he can either stand here or he can go all the way around back towards your team and then around back through the wall. And by the time he does that, the wall's worn off. So it's that sort of thing. But you're not going to see too many opportunities for that because, you know, it's really hard that, you know, this empath is going to be way up across the trees over here. Meanwhile, Berserker are going to take some damage here. So anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about who might actually win this lane. Double stuns, no doubt, in this middle lane on the Legion side, probably favoring them. And they also have the escape mechanism on Magnus, plus the burst of Master of Arms they don't really have on the Hellborn side. So I think in terms of kill potential, the favor is definitely there for the Legion side. Empath Wall helps out when it comes to, you know, the defense quite a lot. Regen ring can be stopped here by a charge shot. And as this link goes down, Master of Arms is not going to be in too much trouble, I don't think, but uses a lot of his mana there. And we'll pop a health and a mana pop to get himself back up. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Staccatos are going on to Swiftblade. Going to be in some trouble here, but he probably will survive, yes. Going to have to eat a tree. And he's being close to out of regen here. 5 tangos, but obviously no mana potion, so no burst heal. Bit of a problem. Perhaps he cannot get the angle for the Staccato, as Stokely has no taint. So also, obviously in the bottom lane, Swiftblade going to be in some trouble here. It's level 3, so it's not doing too bad on levels, and he's currently sitting on 132 GPM, so a bit low, even for a suicide, but you know, he's a suicide, and he's really up against a lane that he shouldn't win. This is obviously a dual lane, he's a solo, he's a melee hero. It's just, it's not a good time for him. Top lane, meanwhile, Witchslayer going at it with Kraken. And Kraken here sitting about half mana, so I'd like to see him stop using spells. I'm not sure if he has actually before. It's possible the mana drain, yeah. Witchslayer's been using the mana drain, so no doubt trying to keep Kraken low, trying to prevent him from getting enough mana to be able to use a combo when he hits 6, yeah. Yeah. So this is critical that Witchslayer does that and does that repeatedly. Otherwise, when Kraken hits 6, that's a dead Witchslayer. So that's good, but in the meantime, Kraken at 250 gold per minute. Meanwhile, middle lane, in fact, the wall goes down, and Master Jew will fall on that empath. So, like I said before, kill potential definitely in favor of the Legion side, as they have more stuns, they've got better burst, and slow and stuff. So, 4-minute ring to spawn here, and Master of Arms looking to pick it up with his bottle that he's borrowed. DD Rune is grabbed by him. Warby's trying to steal it, but not successful. Swiftblade off to the side here, getting boxed out by Rhapsody pretty effectively. Staccato stuns go down. You're doing quite a lot of damage here. Swiftblade will be just fine, but gets pretty low. Meantime, Magma's going to get walled out here, but stuns onto 2. We'll see if they do anything about this. Empath is definitely going to be the target. Rhapsody coming in from the side, but no mana. Cannot do anything, really. Top lane Witchslayer has forced Kraken actually go back to lane. It's not bad. And he's going to hit 6, so once again, Kraken will be very difficult to kill. 800 health. Plus the life tube. So I seriously doubt Witchslayer is going to be able to pick up a kill here, even though he is 6. Has full mana. A level 3 stun. So it's all great, but just not enough damage, I don't think. Let's see. 200 magic damage, 500 magic, yeah, so that's just 700 magic damage. That's he has more than health than that, and that's ignoring magic armor. And so now Witchslayer has to go, yes, I steal all your mana, because he also has all his mana back, obviously, and nearly level 6. Interesting. I don't know, he probably should have waited, actually, to go back until he hit 6 so he could come back with full mana, but decided not to. Master's taking some trouble middle lane. And bottom down here, Swiftblade's perhaps looking for some aggression. He's level 5, so he's not doing bad in terms of levels at all. And Rhapsody only level 3, of course. TDL is 6, and she's having some pretty solid farm down here, 306 gold per minute. Not quite up to the level of Magnus in that middle lane at 360. Of course, Magnus does have a bloodlust, so that helps out. Hellborn side not farming very well at all. Top lane 260 GPM on Wishslayer is their leader, and Warbeast in the woods at 240. Warbeast generally not the greatest early on farmer. Bottom lane actually they do get the kill onto Swifty, as he gets chased back here into the woods, and one more auto attack when Rhapsody finishes him off. So nice kill on the suicide there, and we'll see if Magnus can do anything. 6-minute rune has already been taken though by Empath as she grabs the invis. They're going to look for a kill on Magnus, but he's got Lava Surge and Steam Bath, so I'm not sure what they think is going to happen. And really, this deep in the enemy territory, yeah, it's just like, okay, I'm going to sit here in my Steam Bath and be totally fine. Empath now perhaps going to be in some trouble. Rhapsody is there off to the side. They're going on Master of Arms, though. Essence Link goes down onto Magnus. And Dark Lady's coming in here. Switchblade's also there. They do finally pick off both Master and Empath and Berserker, so it ends up being in favor of Legion's side. As they take 2 for 1. Trading supports plus the kill on Berserker. So yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense. I don't know why Hellborn wanted to be so aggressive here in the Legion Woods. Swiftblade sort of getting caught out by these creeps, but Rhapsody did not notice. Not that she could have done that much. She was sort of out of mana. Middle lane Warbeast just kind of hanging out. But yeah, anyway, Warbeast in the jungle early on, not the best farmer. He does pick it up substantially once he picks up an Abyssal Skull and Boots. Top lane actually does get a kill onto Kraken, just quite low enough. Yep. So, well played there by Witchslayer. Realizing I'll get a little bit of harass down and then drop the stun ulti combination, and that's a dead Kraken. So, nice kill there as they pick it up, move it to 4 and 2. Magnus with the wall, not suiting it again. So just the wall angles for the middle lane are not that great. If she could have angled back a little bit closer to the cliff, that might have been a decent one. But again, Magnus has Lava Surge, has got Steam Bath, so it's just hard to kill. We'll see what Clash is going to be up here at the 8-minute rune. They obviously Witchslayer. They see Witchslayer coming over, but he's going to take a couple of stuns. They do stack the stuns, but he's still going to be in some trouble. Magnus, nice avoidance there, but it's not going to be enough. Warbeast also going to pop up, and Magnus just going to Steam Bath. No, but they've got the Mark for Death on him, so he's going to fall here. And Charge Shot, going to try to finish him off. Nice hero blocking from Master of Arms. Magnus does not have any health or mana, and he's going to hide in the trees. They see him. Release the Kraken gets dropped here. It will hit Berserker. He's in a lot of trouble. Torrent also goes down, and there's the charge. Perhaps a little bit early. One more splash auto will kill him, and that's the kill. Warbeast is here as well. Master of Arms out of mana. So is Kraken. Going to be difficult for him to actually get out as he's being blocked in. Going to try to turn this onto Master of Arms. That's going to end up being it. Here comes Rhapsody, those Skados, and that's going to be a dead Warbeast now. Empath going to drop the Essence Link onto Rhapsody, trying to live here. Pretty much nobody has mana except for her, so she should be able to get out of here. Has Essence Link back up in a couple of seconds, and Wall back up in about 5. Gets charged into the woods, though, actually, and dies. Man, that Kraken does so much damage. So, really favorable team fight there for you guys on TCC. As they do lose Magnus, but they pick off Warbeast, Berserker, and Empath, and Witchslayer. Kraken now gets sent out, so that's going to be another return kill here. Trying to get away, Kraken charge, no. He takes Berserker with him. Also going to take a Mark for Death here, so he can't Steam Bath. Has to. Dude, it doesn't work. And that's going to kill. I don't know if he didn't learn his lesson from before or something like that, but yeah, the Mark for Death reveals you. So, Steam Bath, not very effective. So Hellborn get a little bit back there, actually, and they more or less even that fight out, as they took 3 and lost 4. Illusion gets picked up down here by Master of Arms. Spin there from Swifty, though, and he's looking to do some damage. Full health on Master, but he cannot get it off before the Blade Frenzy ends. So it ends up being a nice kill there for Swifty. Bottom tower will go down in favor of TDL. Over here, Empath and Rhapsody going to spot each other out. It's just going to run away. Skados go down, plus the dance floor. Wall actually going to miss here. Essence Link is there, but obviously Rhapsody's like, yeah, I don't really want to pursue this all that badly. Support coming in from the side, from the Hellborn side, and they'll be alright. So moving on to the mid-game phase here, we're relatively even. Slight experience lead for the Hellborn, slight gold lead for the Legion, and 7-6 hero kill advantage for them as well. We've also taken the first tower of the game in bottom lane. Not the biggest deal in the world, but obviously it does actually open up the lane for farming for the Hellborn side. A little bit more than it did, and TDL will more or less move into the jungle. She is going for a Rune Cleaver, I believe. She's got 427 GPM and a Life Tube, so definitely the right move, I think. She should have that in just a matter of a few minutes. Top lane Kraken getting jumped on once again. Steals all of his mana, just has barely enough to charge away. That was really close to not being sufficient. Kraken and Master Arms and Rhapsody here, they will kill the top tower, so they counter the Legion's aggression on bottom with some of their own on top. Magma's doing pretty well in the middle lane, 315 GPM, about 1,000 gold off of that portal key. Berserker not doing super well, 270 GPM, and he's going to have some issues transitioning if this doesn't pick up a little bit. And Witchlayer also not doing all that well either at 310 gold per minute. On the other hand, they do have Warbeast with 285 over the supports, who are at 157 and 100% respectively, so obviously that's a pretty significant advantage when it comes to overall gold farm, and as a result, the Legion's gold lead is not substantial, even though they generally have stronger laning farmers than the Hellborn do. Which they're going to pick up a regen rune here. Magma's going to Lava Surge away. We'll see if he can actually live through this, though. Strider's Witchlayer, for if I can actually aggro the Ancients here, and he's like, yeah, I'm gone. Those are triple stacked. And they will need to be taken soon. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Swifty jumping on top of Dark Lady. She does not have a Charging Strikes right now. Actually, she does, but she's going to go man up, and that's going to be a kill. That's surprising. Not only did she chose to man up, but that ended up getting a kill. Swift Slash is up the side here on Rhapsody. He's trying to avoid the Staccato death, but that's not going to happen. And that will be it. So, trying to kill Rhapsody before Rhapsody can get the Staccatos off and kill him, but perhaps you need 1 or 2 more Swift Slashes before that actually happened. In the bottom lane, though, they will actually catch out Empath here. Rhapsody trying to live with the dance floor, and it's likely going to do so. One more auto will finish her off, and that's it.
Sit down, son.
I love that from Rhapsody. It's always hilarious to man up with the dance floor. I've done that so many times with that hero. Just like you're up against opposing carry or something like that. It's relatively early on, so they don't have too much. Meanwhile, jump on Berserker, release the Kraken gets dropped, and this is going to be a lot of trouble. Lots of from Kraken will finish him off. Swiftblade trying to avenge his buddy, but not going to be able to do too much about it. Magnus picks up the portal key. That's going to be a problem. As a Legion, his initiation will be substantially better than the Hellborns. Portal key not available yet on Witchlayer, but he's only about 20 gold off. Now he has it. And that'll be a really good counter because I need that. Kraken presumably also going to be looking for a portal key relatively soon. Probably going to look to upgrade his boots first and then go for that PK. Has a helm and a power supply, so he's pretty damn tanky here at 1400 health. Meanwhile, off the side here, Empath getting caught once again. Not quite sure what she was doing there, but ultimately, what you did there was die, so. Magnus perhaps can be in some trouble here. Off to the side, Witchlayer does have the portal key. Blade Frenzy's also there, and the Silver Bullet will finish him off. So. Took quite a few spells, but obviously that ultimate's there to be used. Alright, we'll be on cooldown now for a couple of minutes. But dumping that Magnus actually is probably one of the most important heroes to kill right now if you're going to push. I think it is the most important hero right now to kill if you're going to push. Dark Lady is the most important hero to kill overall because she's obviously the late game carry, but meanwhile, Rhapsody here going to take a miniaturization and she's just dead. Nothing you'll be able to do there. Wall and stun. Obviously not quite necessary to use both, but hey. Also, Warbeast ultimate gets popped.
Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
Jump there onto Magnus once again. We'll see if they have enough to kill him. They need the Essence Link stun here to stop the Steam Bath, but that's not going to be enough. Magnus a little bit too tanky. Now we might see the return here as the entire Legion side is here to jump. Charging Strikes and Dark Blades are there, plus the Taint Soul. A couple more auto attacks. Actually, the Lava Surge finishes him off. Nice Baroque use there. Swift Slash is not going to get the last hit there, and actually the wall will. So good. Well played there. They do manage to get the Elusive Kraken onto 2. Swiftblade trying to get out as the Swift Slashes have already been used. He's not going to be able to live. Berserker trying to get away as well. Warbeast is here for, I guess, moral support because he can't really do much else without an ultimate, which he does have in 10 seconds, but it's not going to be enough mana anyway. Legion side do get a couple of kills out of that, so they lose their Magmas, but they pick up both Swiftblade and Witch Slayer. Definitely a trade that they will take. Dark Lady now picking up 1 sword there. Kraken trying to kill this Empath and nearly just one-shot her. But now he's going to pay for that. As the sun goes down. Actually, he could be tanky enough to survive this. Not enough mana, but he's just trying to run away. Warbeast, yep, and he's going to be fine. In that ulti form, of course. Good at chasing people down, but needs help blocking. Rhapsody and Berserker are going to find each other. Not a good decision for her. Not a good time for Rhapsody. Chain Spike there will stun her. We'll see if she can live. Probably not. Fork Lightning goes down, and the Charge Shot actually, so yes, she can live. The team support is there, and now Berserker a little bit caught out. Charge is absolutely going to connect. Lob Surge onto 2. Berserker is definitely going to fall here, as the auto attacks will finish him off. Now they're looking to turn out a Witch Slayer as well. Nice Fork Lightning. Magnus has his stun back up in a couple of seconds. He's trying to avoid the stun from Witch Slayer. He will do so, and that's going to be another kill. So they try to pick off Rhapsody. They dive a little bit too deep for it. They kill the Berserker. Witch Slayer tries to help with that, and they kill him too. Which just goes to show you, don't try to help your friends. Be a selfish jerk, yeah. Which is said halfway tongue-in-cheek. I mean, Han's a team game, so helping your allies is often the correct move, and sometimes they're just dead. So they're like, alright, you're dead, buddy, and you went for a play, and it didn't work, and now you're going to fall. But, I mean, there's no point in me trying to save you, failing, and then also dying. And that's pretty much what happened to Witch Slayer there, as he wasn't even close to there. He portal keyed in, trying to save Berserker, which is, it's a noble effort. Meanwhile, top lane, Swiftblade actually going to jump onto Master Swift Slash, will finish him, and he'll try to TP out of here. Nope, not going to happen. Release the Kraken, and the charge is there, so he's going to pay for that kill. As Kraken is like, yeah, you kill my friend, I kill you. And not a good trade once again, as they pick off the Swiftblade for the Master of Arms. So, TCC, they've been on an upward trajectory. Game 1, they got destroyed in about 15 minutes. Game 2, they looked a little bit better. They looked real good early on, and then started throwing. And now here in Game 3, it's a pretty substantial lead here, about 20 minutes into the game. And like I said before, I do really like their draft. So they can definitely take this late, as Dark Lady has pretty damn good farm here at nearly 500 gold per minute, and Sjol might be, they might be a little bit concerned at this point. Everybody here sitting on top of a ward site because they're just nice like that. And the ward site over here. So the Legion side jungle is very, very well warded by the Hellborn. That's about it, as the Hellborn don't have any other wards. But Empath, no doubt, looking to place some here off to the side. Actually, will get caught by Kraken. Nice wall, but the Lava Surge is there. So Empath actually dying quite often here. 1-6-1, not having a particularly great game. Once again, Berserker at 245 gold per minute. Not looking super great. Warbeast's farm has gradually continued to pick up, but the rest of his team is not doing very well. Push bottom here. Obviously, Warbeast one of the better push heroes in the game. jump here off to the side. They're going to activate all sorts of ultimates. Silver Bullet, no doubt, going to be used here. And Dark Lady going to take the Master's Call. He's going to get away. And that's real bad. Now they're going to try to turn this here onto either Witch Slayer or War Beast. War Beast obviously really fast, trying to get away, but he gets stunned. And the Staccato stuns are there. His War Beast ultimate wears off. Goes to the trees, actually, in a really odd thing. So I'm not sure he got there, but the release Kraken doesn't hit anything. Empath jumps aside of Witch Slayer. Also takes the Essence Link, as does Magnus with a Lava Surge. Fort Lightning connects, and they're going to kill Witch Slayer here. War Beast now could be in some trouble. Gets stunned with the charge. Swift Blades here. Swift Slashes are going off. Will kill Master Arm. They're going to take out War Beast as well. Empath falls. The rest of the lead Hellborn side is here in Berserker and Swift Blade. They're sort of abandoning Kraken here, and he will die.
Double tap.
Now Rhapsody trying to get away. So is Magnus. Obviously, TDL got jumped, got the hell out of there, and did not come back. So 3 for 2, but in favor of Legion. As you know, not only the 3 for 2, but they pick off some pretty important heroes, and they save Dark Lady. Top lane port coming in, as it looks like Master will be here to push this back. Picking up a couple of CS there. Nothing much happening, so I'm not talking. As I guess we just look at items. It's always a popular thing to do when the game slows down a little bit. Congo are also going to be a pretty significant focus here. Obviously, well worried about the Legion side, so they know exactly what's going to go down. But Hellborn now jumping in, and they're going to catch Rhapsody out. But Kraken and Magnus are right here. Release the Kraken gets dropped onto 2. Blade Frenzy goes down. Lava Surge is there onto Witch Slayer, and he's going to have to back the hell out. But TDL is here looking for a fight. Swift Slash is not doing too much. She will finish off Witch Slayer in the background. They're trying to kill Kraken and Rhapsody at the same time. Rhapsody likely to fall, but a lot of ultimate going on. And Eruption will hit too. That's going to do all sorts of damage. Hellborn side getting cleaned up here, and War Beast has to run away. So a quad kill there for Uber Gimp on the Dark Lady. 520 gold per minute. And you got to be really worried about this if you're Hellborn side. I don't know if Sjol has a way back into this game. So TCC finally looking like a bit like the team we saw earlier. You know, we've seen TCC a few times. We saw them in the Hunter Season 2 playoffs, and they did really well. So this recent performance for them, when they've been losing a lot of scrims and losing them pretty badly, with some pretty poor decision making, I think. Nice to see that turn around a little bit, as they are no doubt in control of this game, and substantially so.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Bottom lane tower will be pressured, but they're using the glyph here, trying to get rid of all the Hellhounds so they can't kill the tower. And they will deny it. War Beast now off to the side. We'll see if they can stop this. Yep, staccatos are there, and War Beast can activate the ultimate. So, going to try to get away here. Very fast, very difficult to kill, but obviously off to the side. Magnus is looking for a Lava Surge, books himself forward. There's the stun, and the charge shot, and the charge, and all sorts of death. So Dr. Rectum down there. The tower does die, but it's denied and he falls for it. Probably not worth it. Especially for a tower. I mean, a tier 1 tower, 25 minutes into the game, not that important. Empath here looking to drop a ward, I guess. Yeah. So, we'll spot Master of Arms running by, but that's it. And I really feel, I mean, Hellborn's side is so aggressive, it feels like. I'm not sure why. They continue with these ward of sights in the opposing team's jungle. They can't use this vision. I mean, they need to farm. Switchblade needs farm. He's got 283 gold per minute. That's Witch Slayer does 211 gold per minute, so he's not doing well either. I really didn't like that pick, and I still don't. Obviously, it's much easier not to like it now that he's doing really badly, but I said, you know, that just did not make sense to me. I really would have liked to see the Hag pick up. It would have complemented their lineup so much better. Empath here, not going to take too much past the Torrent. And now she's going to die. She made the mistake of trying to counter warp. Regen will be picked up by Magnus and immediately sips it. Top lane is going to be defended, presumably. There's teleport going down. No, it's just scrapping all back to base. War Beast once again looking to push, and not going to get quite as aggressive this time, as he realizes it didn't work so well before. The top lane will actually be pretty heavily pressured, and it's probably going to be put in deny range. Yeah, definitely it will, unless they kill this cannon relatively quickly. One more, and there it is. Just barely. It's just barely in deny range. And they will deny it.
Laughable.
So, looks like we're going to have a effort to push up top here, as they have not taken the tier 1 in the top lane. So the tower kill advantage, you know, in favor of the Hellborn side, but not by that much, just by the one tower. And considering they have the War Beast, it's not that impressive either. Then again, Legion have Rhapsody, who obviously a very strong pushing hero herself. And this top tower, almost dead anyway, is going to fall.
The Legion have destroyed a
I'd like to see this push continue, and it will. So they're going to be pressuring a secondary tower here, and this is definitely a good time for them to jump. You know, Dawnbringer is up on Dark Lady. She's crazy powerful at the moment. I'd like to see Shrunken Head next.
The Legion
And that's
have
going to be a
destroyed
secondary tower kill, so
tower.
they're just going to go full Rambo down this top lane. And it's going to be up to the Hellborn side to stop this push, and they need to. The Space Tower is falling, and they're doing nothing about it. Teleports are finally coming in, but it feels really late. Kraken going to sit up here. We'll take the miniaturization. But that's going to be a counter jump. Actually, TDL, a little unfortunate, gets hit. Eruption not doing too much damage. She will take the Master Ultimate. Nice protective melody, saving all sorts of damage. And a beautiful release. The Kraken catches everybody. And that's going to be a genocide. That's game.
Genocide. The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
And there's the CC vote. So, TCC looking so much better here in Game 2. Or Game 3, excuse me. As they will still not win this Scrim series. They do lose it 2-1, but definitely a performance to feel good about.
A Hellborn barracks has been destroyed.
You know, one that you can say and you're like, look, this we did well here, and this is what we need to do, and we can be good, we can compete. The first two games didn't go so well, but this isn't just in our heads. This is definitely a moral victory, as well as, or a morale victory, I guess, even a better way to put it, as well as an actual victory. So 2-1, the Scrim series does still go to Sjol, but TCC looking good here in Game 3, and well played to both sides.